watching Kenosha Community Television.
Well, I'll pay Jason for me.
Either he wants to say something or eat something, one of the two.
Take the opportunity to put on musical interest.
Acting, dancing, and now singing a Grammy winner.
After those movies, and particularly Night Shift and Gung Ho.
Really? Never knew that.
And here we are at GFest, and I'm with your name?
J.D. Lees.
And JD, do you organize this event?
Well, I guess I do. There are a lot of people that are involved in putting it together, but I guess I'm the one that the buck stops with.
And for those who don't know about GFest, what is it?
Well, it's a fan-run convention for fans of Godzilla. So the G, I guess, could stand for Godzilla or all giant monsters, but mostly Japanese-based special effects movies with those giant creatures we love.
Were you involved in from the very beginning?
Yes, actually, I started producing a fan magazine called G-Fan, and some of the contributors decided to get together and meet face-to-face. We were scattered all over the place, and we chose Chicago as the most convenient location. That was 21 years ago. We had such a good time together. There were about 20 of us initially that we thought, let's see if anybody else wants to come, and here we are today.
Wow. And it seemed to expand it over the years as well.
Yes, and particularly in recent years, we had, I think, about 1,800 2 years ago, and went over 2,000 last year, and now we're probably approaching 3,000 people this year.
And it seems like you have lectures, you have guests, and model rooms as well.
Yes, we're one of the things we really try to promote is that this is a convention you can dive in and do stuff. So if you want to sit and take in a presentation or a movie, that's fine. But we also have video games and gaming. We have tournaments. We have instruction for modeling, and as well as a model contest, so you can learn to do it. We have a special set of classes for the kids to teach them the modeling. So it's a whole gamut of activities that you can get involved in.
You had a great turnout last night with the costume parade.
Yes, I think they said we had more people in there than we ever have, and it's usually the most popular event at the show. A lot of work goes into those costumes, and then people get their 15 minutes of fame, except it's not even quite 15 minutes, but it's great fun, and you get to be a monster for a little while.
What I see about this is like family friendly and interactive as well.
Absolutely. One of our goals is that there is nothing that any parent should have to worry about any child of any age experiencing here. So we don't have anything at all that could be offensive in this convention. Godzilla is for kids of all ages, so we certainly don't want to stop the little kids from being able to enjoy it or give their parents cause to worry.
And let's talk about the G-Fan magazine. Is that still active?
Oh yes, I think I'm just working on issue 107 now. I used to do it 6 times a year, but I had to cut it back to 4. I've got growing kids and aging parents, so time pressures. But we generally send out about 3,000 issues every time, most to the United States, but all over the world. And that's basically how people know about the convention, and we keep in touch. We just sort of preceded the social media age. So G-Fan was our collection point, and now of course we use the internet massively, but people still like that old paper magazine that they can take down onto the beach and read with them.
If someone wanted more information about GFan or GFest, is there a website?
Yes, there is. Our website is gfan.com, but it's g-fan.com.
And I'm with your name?
John Brindley.
John, what room are we standing in?
We are in the model display room. The other side is the model session area where we hold sessions for the modelers to learn how to build and paint their own models. So.
And when did you start learning to build and paint?
8 years old.
Really?
Been doing it since 8.
Where did it start? Just get from a model?
Actually, my stepfather started. He bought me a model for my birthday one year, and it was a dinosaur model, and I was hooked ever since.
Yeah. What's so fun about putting a model together?
It's a challenge. I mean, at first, you do it because of the subject matter. If you're a kid, you think the subject is cool. You build cars, you build planes, and then you get into Aurora monster figures, which is, I'm a child of that. So after that, you pick a subject. And I stuck to dinosaurs and monsters, and they got more challenging, and I wanted to expand that, so I started into Godzilla.
So then, did you design the models, or you had to buy a kit?
No, there are several companies all through Japan and all through the globe. You just go online, you can find the vendors anywhere, but some of these are upwards of 15, 20 years old. It's taken me that long to acquire all the pieces.
Well, what's for the future? You got any future model ideas, or wait for another Godzilla movie to be made?
I've always got ideas, but my brothers here help inspire a lot of that. So we get different ideas, and something for next year, we'll do something different. I mean, this is the 60th birthday of Godzilla this year, and so that's why I did 60 years of Godzilla. I did it for the fans. I didn't do it for the model contest. I did it simply for the fans and for the convention. So.
And as far as what was your favorite Godzilla movie?
Destroy All Monsters is my favorite.
I totally agree.
Then it's you.
Well, once again, I think you're just the most phenomenal models here, and just an area, and a great topic for the 60 years of Godzilla. And thanks so much for coming to GFest.
Thank you very much.
Okay, here we are at GFest at the Crowne Plaza Hotel, and I am with a great guest speaker here today, Kevin Horn. Kevin, nice to see you.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Were you involved in the origin of GFest here?
Not so much. I was more of a latecomer. I joined in Los Angeles when they had some shows out on the West Coast, and I just started kind of coming and hanging out to the conventions. And as the years went by, I got more and more involved behind the scenes and everything, doing presentations, session things. You know, and it's a big fan organization. It's by the fans, for the fans, and always will be for the fans. That's the main important thing for it.
So, what was your first Godzilla movie you saw?
First Godzilla movie I ever saw was Godzilla vs. The Thing, which is originally Mosura Taigor Zero, 1964. I saw it when I was 2 years old here in the United States.
For this GFest convention, what lectures are you giving to it?
Friday I had two. I had a 50th anniversary for Mothra vs. Godzilla, and I had a 50th anniversary for Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, a big-time favorite. Tomorrow I'll be doing from 1 to 3 a Godzilla Final Wars, the last, so far, a Japanese Godzilla film ever produced.
What was special about the Ghidorah, the three-headed monster?
Just that it was the first time they actually had an adversary that the combined monsters, Godzilla, Rodan, Mothra, all the big three there, they could not beat it separately. They had to join forces as a team to destroy the evil presence that was intent on taking over the world.
Why has Godzilla lasted all these years? 60 years are going on.
Indeed. He has a 98% world recognition in his name, just like Bruce Lee. You know, you can go like to any third or fifth world country in the world and say Godzilla or Bruce Lee. They know exactly who you're talking about, even the children they know. And it's just because he has a magical feel, not just for the older time fans that have been with him all these years, but for children. Kids love dinosaurs. They see a big dinosaur. That's what happened to me when I was 2 years old, and I fell in love then and haven't stopped since.
Well, I got to ask you, the new Godzilla movie 2014, have you seen it?
I have, yes indeed. Saw it 3D IMAX premiere evening.
And what'd you think?
I thought it was fantastic myself, harkening back to the old 50s big giant monster on loose sci-fi extravaganza. Very well done. Garth Edwards and the producers, fantastic job, guys. And I just look forward to the sequels. They've already got 2 slated, so we'll just have to see how it goes. But I would definitely give it a 9.5 out of a 10.
With the Final Wars being the last one, do you think Toho will take on and do their versions again?
Oh, I'm sure they will. As soon as it's opening in Japan in about 2 weeks. Japan is the last territory for it to open in. And I'm sure after it makes large millions over there, they'll be right back on the bandwagon again, producing more of their own Godzilla movies, because there'll be about a 2 to 3 year delay between the Legendary pictures every year, every cycle. So that gives Toho plenty of time to produce some more, and I'm sure they will, because Godzilla's been around so long, and he'll be here long after we're all gone.
And what was your favorite Godzilla movie?
That would be Monster Zero, the one with American actor Nick Adams, where Godzilla Rodan teamed up against King Ghidorah. That's my all-time favorite. It's a fast-paced sci-fi adventure story with a bunch of monsters thrown in, and you can't beat it. Besides, it's Nick Adams.
Yeah, man.
And if anybody wants more information about GFest, is there a website?
Oh, there is indeed. There's www.g-fan.com. Go there for all your GFest, G-Tour, G-Fan information, Godzilla information. They have plenty of links on there, and of course, everything's on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Everybody connected with the convention is basically, and the magazine is on Facebook too. So come on down and give us a buzz, guys. We'd love to hear from you and talk more Godzilla. That's for sure, anytime.
Well, this is a great event. Terrific turnout, and thank you so much, Kevin, for talking
you're welcome,
today.
sir.
Okay, here we are at GFest, and we have a great guest speaker here today. And your name?
My name is Katsushiko Sasaki. Okay.
You're an excellent actor here and thank you so much for coming. You were in the great film Terror Mecha Godzilla. How was it filming in Terror Mecha Godzilla?
あなたは素晴らしい俳優さんです。で、メカゴジラの逆襲の時の感想を聞かせてくださいという。
そうですね、何しろ40年ぐらい前の話ですからあまりよく覚えてないんですが、主役をやるということでとても気が入ってたということは覚えてます。それと本田さんという監督が一生懸命、サディッションをしてくれてとても映画は印象深い映画です。感謝してます。
So it's 40 years ago, so I remember too much, but I was the first time with Honda, Yonshiro Honda director, so very exciting, and so Honda director is Honda, very best effort for that picture.
How was it working with your actress Tomoka Ai? I know she's here today. How was it working with her on this set of Terror Mecha Godzilla?
メカゴジラの逆襲で愛智子さんと一緒に仕事されましたけどいかがでしたでしょうか。
非常に綺麗な方でした。そんなこと言っちゃいけない。今も綺麗です。だけど僕は結婚したてだった。Just married。だから愛さんその時あまり興味なかった。今は失敗したと思ってます。
My feeling for Ai-san is she was pretty, but now she is pretty. So, but at that time, Sasaki-san just married, so not so interested in Ai-san.
And why has Godzilla been here for 60 years? What's been the importance of Godzilla being around for all these years?
ゴジラの映画60年ずっと作られてますけども、その一番重要なところは何だと思いますか。
そうですね。これは平和、反戦、それとやっぱり重いテーマですけども。核実験反対、要するに放射能の問題が一番そこには流れてるんじゃないでしょうか。
It's based on film. It's nuclear and anti-war, also a radiation problem. It's a very important thing.
Obviously, there's a new Godzilla film. Has he seen it, or is he going to see it?
新しいゴジラを見ていかがですかという。
面白かったです。で、実は中で日本語に僕は吹き替えをしてるんです。提督の役です。
It's a very good movie. I see it. Yeah. Also, and he voice actor in Japanese version. He is Admiral.
And is there any future performances you're going to be? Are you being in any more films or on stage, or what's the future? Any future movies that he's involved in?
今どんなことをこの後ですね、どんなことをやられますかというふうな話を。
帰ってすぐテレビシリーズのドラマの撮影に入ります。それと芝居ステージがあります。Very busy.
So I will come back to Japan and one TV series and more stage play is waiting.
Well, we thank you coming to GFest. I want to go to Japan and see it. I hear it's such a lovely country. And thank you so much for coming to GFest and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, here we are at GFest celebrating 60 years of Godzilla, and it's great that we have an excellent actor, wrestler, is Don Fry. Don, nice to see you today.
Nice seeing you.
Thanks for coming. What did you think of the event today?
I think it's fantastic. I mean, this thing keeps growing every year, and it gets getting bigger and to find a whole new building and put it in.
Right. Now, you were a wrestler first. How did you get involved in wrestling?
Oh, heck. Well, I wrestled in high school, college, and then I did about a year and a half pro boxing. Then I got out of sports altogether as a fireman, and on my days off I was a horseshoer, and then started taking up judo to relax, and then I got into UFC. I fought in the UFC, and then New Japan Pro Wrestling come over here and hired me to go over there and be a bad guy.
Were you influenced like by your dad? Did he get you started into wrestling at all?
Yeah, my dad was a Gold Gloves boxer in Pennsylvania, West Virginia area. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force.
Well, you are famous for the Godzilla Final Wars. How was it being in that film?
It was a lot of fun. I'll tell you what. Yeah, it was exciting because every day was like an adventure. Like a joyride. It was a lot of fun.
How did you get called from them seeing your wrestling matches, or how did that work out?
Yeah, doing the pro wrestling and then the Pride Fighting Championships there in Japan. And Ryuhei Katamura-san, he was the writer-director. He wrote a part for me in the movie. Yeah.
Did you see any Godzilla movies prior to when you came into Final Wars? Or?
Oh yeah, because my dad was, like I said, a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. So all the people would come over from being stationed in Okinawa and Japan and all that. They'd come over with their 8mm reels. And when I was a kid, and we grew up watching it.
Was it shot at Toho Studios? Where was the film shot?
Toho Studios.
How was it being on the set of Toho Studios? Because that's such historic, even over here.
It was great, Unfortunately, they had the pool. The it was about a tenth of an acre pool that they used for all their water scenes, and that was the last time they were going to use it. After that, they filled it full of dirt and cement.
Are you tapped on doing another Godzilla, or would you be interested in doing it?
Oh, I tell you what, I tried making phone calls for this last one, and they never answered my phone.
Well, you did work with an excellent director, Michael Mann. How was it working with him?
That guy's, it's just a privilege working with Michael Mann. I got privileged. I was lucky enough to do three things with him. I had 2 movies and a commercial, and just being around him is awesome.
As Public Enemy, and what was the other one?
As what was it? Miami Vice. A real small part, and my best work's been on the editing room floor.
Well, any future things that we can look forward to, whether it's wrestling or acting or anything that we should look? I know you're in that Priceline.
Yeah. Just did the Priceline commercial, and then I do Predator's Predictions. That was my fight nickname was the Predator, and before every UFC pay-per-view on YouTube, I do the Predator's Predictions, and that comes out every month. And then also looking at doing a movie with David LaBrava, who he plays Happy on Sons of Anarchy, and he wrote and going to direct a movie.
Well, Don, we appreciate you for coming on down to GFest. You do excellent work and great job in Final Wars, and thanks so much for talking with us today.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Okay, here we are at GFest, 60 years celebrating Godzilla, and an excellent actress that was in Terra Mecha Godzilla, Tomoko, nice to see you. What was your experience on Terra Mecha Godzilla?
メカゴジラの逆襲にご出演された時のその時の感じっていうのは一体何を覚えてらっしゃいますか？感覚、その当時主演女優としてどのような感じをお持ちになりました？
半分人間で半分サイボーグ。だからその辺のやっぱサイボーグというのが当然ですけど演じたことなかったので、その気持ちの持ってき方というのがすごくなんか大変だったのを覚えてます。
Yes, she acted heroine, but this is not human. Well, half human, half cyborg. So it's, of course, I never experienced to play such a difficult role, half human, half robot before. So this whole experience, the whole role was very difficult.
How was it working with the director, Hondo?
本田監督と一緒にお仕事されてどのような感想をお持ちになられました？
こちら伺う前も本田監督のご自宅伺って奥様にご挨拶してきたんですけど、本当に本田先生はもう優しい方で ただ背がスラーっとしててダンディーで優しいってそれだけかな。
Director Honda was very kind, thoughtful, gentleman. Of course, he's no longer on this earth. He passed away years ago, though. But even before I came here to visit Chicago, she visited the late Honda's wife, Mrs. Honda, and reported she was finally invited at this convention. And recalling the experience, Director Honda was very kind to newbie like me. I simply remember he was such a wonderful gentleman.
それと、ここだけの話なんですが、東宝の撮影所っていうか、まあ全体的なんですけど、鬼の黒沢、仏の本田と呼ばれてるんですね。はい。
Back in those days, shooting in Toho filming house, it's so-called Kurosawa, the great director, demon or devil. And compared to that, director Honda was like Buddha, was like an angel. So this actually, explained the characteristics of these two great film directors.
And your co-star as well, who played Ichinosi, how was the chemistry or the working relationship with the co-star?
Yes. And もちろんその相手役は佐々木さんだったんですけど、佐々木勝彦さん、どのような印象をお持ちになられました？
お会いした時、素敵な方だなと思ったんですけど、全然私とお話ししてくれないので、なんかすごい冷たい方だなって最後は思いました。
Our first impression was, he looks cool, great, and cute. However, basically our relationship back then, it's no relationship. It's a kind of just simply actor and actress. And he didn't speak to me at all. No, nothing. So my impression to him was like, what a cold guy.
And as far as when the movie was done and you saw the Godzilla scenes with your parts, how was it seeing the final film when it was all done?
撮影が終了して初めて特撮パートと一緒になった映画をご覧になって、それで一本初めて完成したものをご覧になるわけですよね。どのような感想をお持ちになられました？
途中でメカゴジラがうわーっと出てくるシーンがあるんです。それ見てびっくりしました。こんなすごいものなのかって思って、あとはやはり最後に、チタノザウルス、メカゴジラ、ゴジラの三つどもえの戦いがあるんですよね。そこのシーンはもう本当にうわーって思いました。こんななってるんだ。もちろん全然特撮の部分私たちは知りませんので、いやそれはもうびっくりしたのを覚えてます。はい。
Positively very surprised, and of course, as you know, those movies were shot in two different parts, real acting part and special effects parts. And of course, she was in acting team. There's no chance for her to be exposed to actual special effects scene. So when a theater, like you mentioned, first time she saw the movie, she was very impressed, especially the first scene, Mechagodzilla was appearing. She was overwhelmed by the special effect. Mechagodzilla was slowly appearing, and also the final scene, those three monsters started battling one another, like Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and Titanosaurus. That scene was also very amazing. So it was a very positive, shocking experience to her.
Yeah.
Now in America, the movie came out. Everybody loved her performance. She's very beautiful. Did she get a lot of response in Japan? Was she a breakout star when that film came out in Japan?
アメリカでは極めてやっぱり恋愛ものが怪獣の中に入るって珍しいテーマで、あれはやっぱりもう伝説的な作品として高い評価を得ています。でやはりもうカルト映画の地位になってまして、多くの人が興奮し喜んで今もファンであるんですけど、あれが公開された時の逆に日本での反応というのはどうだったんでしょうか？
当時はメカゴジラの逆襲という映画はどちらかというと子供向けに出した映画だったと思うんです。だからああいうラブシーンみたいなものとか、逆になんかちょっと 日本でははっきり言ってちょっと外したんじゃないかなと思ってます。はい。
Well, maybe you are surprised to hear this fact, though. But in Japan, the movie was not very well received. Of course, that was well received, but not was highly received, highly evaluated. The reason is Godzilla series in Japan was aimed to back then for the children, movies for children. However, that movie in particular, the main theme was like a sad romance between young adults. This theme was for children, too difficult to understand. So the response in Japan was not that huge in compared to the one they had in the States.
In the future, is she going to do any more movies? Is she going to do a sequel to Terra Mechagodzilla? What's her future plans?
もっと今後映画あるいはやっぱりもしゴジラの作品があったらお出になる予定がありますか？あるいはご希望としてある？
はい。いやもうなんか。皆さん最近ですね、特に日本でも、ましてアメリカでもこれだけ素晴らしい作品だって言っていただいて、でもしお話があればそれはもう当然出たいです。でさっきも佐々木さんもおっしゃってましたけど、私も新人で佐々木さんも若かったんで2人とも芝居がひどかったねってお話しして、今度はもっとちゃんとしっかりやってみたいもんだねって2人でお話ししてたんです。もう本当にチャンスがあればぜひお願いしたいです。
So far, they are not. They're not decided to appear either Ms. I or Mr. Sasaki. However, if offered came out, they would immediately join. The reason is Godzilla is such a highly evaluated, became very popular movie in the States all over the world, and also as an actress and actor, they just saw the film they shot. They were shooting 40 years ago, and frankly speaking, both of them very embarrassed to see because they were too young, and to them, their level of acting was not satisfactory. The reason is they all matured. Now both of them became veteran actress and actor. So, if they are given next chance to appear in Godzilla, they would guarantee their acting would be superb, but showing more improvement. And they are ready to appear, waiting for the offer.
Well, I want to thank you for coming to GFest, and I don't know if Ichinosi did this, but we thank you for coming to Godzilla 2005. GFest 60 years, and Tomoko Ai, which is just a fabulous actress, great in Terra Mechagodzilla, and we would love to see more of you, and thank you so much for taking time for this interview.
まずお時間を取っていただいて本当にありがとうございます。あとやはりテラオメカゴジラの逆襲というのは素晴らしい映画でしたし、遠いところをいらしていただいて、しかもインタビューに答えていただいて心から感謝いたします。ゴジラも60周年迎えまして、そして本当に今日ここにいらしていただいたことを深く感謝しております。お受け取りください。
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming here.